Have you pressed record? You all right there?
I'm all right.
Brought your own flask of... Is that tea?
No, coffee. I didn't know whether we'd be too busy to have coffee break, so you can have some if you want.
Do you know what? I will, actually. Do you know what? I will. Yeah. Got my honest to God mug, because we're on brand.
Are you all right? Yeah. Show it to the camera.
Show it to... Wait, can you see this? Oh, hang on, my mug. I've got tangled. There's my honest to God mug. Very nice. Ordered off. Where do we get them from?
Don't know.
Vistaprint. Oh, yeah, I did order them, didn't I?
Be careful, that coffee. Oh, no, it's actually... I thought it was going to be too hot.
If anybody needs a wee now, they're going to be cursing us. Cursing us. What kind of coffee is this? Is it proper coffee? Is it coffee beans?
Is it
instant?
It's instant.
Oh, I wish it...
I know.
Oh. Producer Jacob's being sick in the corner over there.
It wasn't like Jacob's what he gave us before.
That's because Jacob's not a scumbag and he makes proper coffee.
Do you know what else as well? It's decaf.
What's the fucking point? Okay, so hello, welcome to Honest to Gob. We are the podcast where we like to get honest about all sorts of things in life, and today we're going to be talking about an extremely important topic: money. Sing it.
Money, money, money.
And loads of money.
Loads of money.
Very good. So, money. I once heard this phrase, which I absolutely love. Money and sex are so similar because if you want more of it, you're a filthy, greedy person.
Yeah.
And if you haven't got enough of it, you feel a bit shameful and a bit sad about it. There's a lot of shame around money. Like, you don't talk about money. You don't talk about sex and how much you're having or what you've not got. You don't talk about how much you get paid. Is that just a British thing where we don't talk about pay?
No, I think it's all over. I think it's universal. But more so from the generation that I was brought up in, that you never told people. You never spoke about money in front of people because money's quite evil.
Yeah,
or people with loads of money have done it in a bad way. And it's only in the last 4 years that I've got my head round having a healthy mindset with money and to know that it's good. It just money isn't bad. It just depends on whose hands it gets in. Do you know what I mean? It's just neutral.
But it also, like you said there, it depends how you view it. I remember I did, because we've both done loads of online courses. We've worked with different kind of coaches. You are a high performance coach as well. And one of my first forays into coaching, online coaching, was with a lady called Emily Williams. You might have seen her. And she has a course called I Heart Money.
Oh, no.
She always wears pink. You might have seen her on Instagram. She always wears pink. And so I downloaded the workbook and she asks you all these specific questions. And one of them was, how did your parents view money or people who were wealthy? You know, are rich people bad people?
Yeah.
And it was I'd never really consciously thought about that question. My parents, no, it was one of those. Money was something that didn't grow on trees.
Yes.
One of the phrases that we were always taught as kids.
Yeah, money doesn't grow on trees.
Shame.
That was one of my dad's. Yeah.
And so Emily asked these series of questions, you know, what was your parents' relationship with money? And it also came down to things like, you know, you have to work hard to get money, and money is hard, and money, and it does depend on your upbringing. And my parents they're not very frugal. They like to spend them. They love holidays. Like, they'll always invest in holidays and things. And they're not scrimpers and savers. So even though we grew up not, you know, we didn't have loads of money.
loads of money.
Growing up,
it
was still something that always had to be respected and honoured. You know, we did our chores. I got £2 a week pocket money. We had a little list.
You got more than I did.
Did you? How much did you get?
About £1.
What did you have to do for your £1 pocket money?
Wash the dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do more?
Wash or dry the dishes. So it was me and my sister, and we had a chart. So we had a chart, and it was the star chart or the black spot chart. So if you did something good, you got a gold star on one side, and if you did something bad, you got a black spot on the other side. And if there were more gold stars than black spots at the end of the week, you got your £2 pocket money. That's how it worked.
Hey, that's good. Do you think that's why you've got into what you do? Accountability and all that?
No, I don't think so. Because interestingly, growing up, my sister was the one who was like the messy cow. I used to draw a line with tape down our sides of the room. We shared a room to split it.
Yeah.
My side was always tidy. Hers was just like a bomb had gone off. And now in adulthood, she's like hyacinth bouquet with a good personality and banter, and keeps the place absolutely spotless, Monica from Friends style, whereas my home looks like a hoarder / jumble sale / there's been a tornado ripped through the house. So it is a bit different.
Yeah.
But I think I am not very motivated by money at all.
Yeah, we spoke about this before, haven't we?
Yeah, so, and it's interesting that really motivated my sister, and now she keeps everywhere looking amazing. I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's kind of transpired into my adult life, but I really struggle to be motivated by money. I really struggle. Well, I don't know.
What's the reason why you struggle to be motivated by money? Because it's just not a natural motivator for you? Or is it because you've got beliefs about money?
Both, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that...
Let's explore.
So I think I love to help people.
Yeah.
I think I've always been somebody who's liked to help, liked to entertain, liked to bring the fun. And so when I got my second job, my first job was in the civil service, and my second job, I won a job on a local radio station. And all of a sudden, I was getting paid to do something that was so much fun, and it felt wrong to be paid for doing something that is so much fun. And I think I've always struggled with that. And interestingly, I quit the radio. Oh my goodness, I'd been there about 9 years, and then I quit. And I always tell people I went to get a proper job because I felt like I didn't have a proper job.
Because a proper job was like miserable and you had to do like real hard things.
Yeah, you had to work hard to get your money. And I wasn't working hard to get my money. I was having an amazing time on the radio, being an absolute idiot, loving life. And I think there was a sense of guilt there. Like, why am I getting paid for do something that I absolutely adore and love? And I still feel like that, I think, even now, as a proper grown-up at nearly 40.
But you're conscious, though, of it now, aren't you? That?
Yeah, I am. I am conscious of it. I really am.
And why shouldn't you have fun making money? That's the whole thing. But this is the belief that people have, because I was the same. Because I always think if I'm not sitting behind a desk at my laptop producing something, then everything else is not work. Because, you know, delivering training or coaching people and talking to people in my head isn't work, because I enjoy it. But it is, because you're giving people value and helping them change their lives. And that's what the problem is, that people think you have to work hard. We were talking about this before, to make money. When now, because of what we do, and I've done quite a few sessions this week with people about passion and purpose, and saying, okay, what's your passions? What do you absolutely love doing? Okay, and how can you incorporate that into the job that you've got now? Or how can you go after your passion? Because they say go after your passion and the money comes, because you're flowing and you're doing what you should do.
Yeah.
But there's so many people out there thinking, no, that's not a proper job because I have to work hard. And it's like, you don't. Work smart.
Yeah, I like that. Work smart, indeed. Yeah. And I am really guilty of that. I am guilty of presenteeism at my computer. I'm guilty of feeling like I should be at my computer from first thing in the morning to last thing at night. And I've got to hold my hands up and say that this past week, for example, I've been at my computer for 7:30 and I've left it 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. That's not healthy.
No.
But I've been doing that because I feel somewhere deep inside that I've got to prove my worth, got to show my value, got to work hard. And it's not. It is about working smart, because I can't maintain that forever.
No.
And those gaps in your diary are just as important as the time-blocked tasks that you're doing. Having a gap to give yourself space to think, to give yourself some more bandwidth is super important when you're working so hard. And especially when you're working for yourself, when you've got no boss and you're just creating and driving. Sometimes it is difficult to switch off. And a friend of mine who's also a coach uses this term grabbing. She feels sometimes like she's just grabbing at stuff to get the money in. And I know that we hang out. I'm doing the bunny ears and my fingers. We hang out in online circles with other people who have got an amazing money mindset.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, we're in groups on Facebook that are specifically for female online entrepreneurs, and their money mindset is so good that they are happy to talk about what they earn in a very, very public way. And so we hear phrases like, I've had a 5-figure month, I've grown a 6-figure business, a 7-figure business. But sometimes when you're in those groups and you see that, I see somebody saying, oh, I've earned 10 grand this month. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. And it keeps me at my computer because I look at them and think, if they can do it, so can I.
And you think it's sitting at the computer.
But I'm sitting at the computer running, doing more work. And actually, it doesn't make any sense. And one thing that me and my husband did recently, which was at first for me, because he loves spreadsheets.
Is it like budget?
Budget. But let's sit down and do a budget. I was like, Jesus,
so
Christ, I don't want to do this. It's so grown up. I'm still 17 in my head. Please don't make me open Google Sheets. But we did. And we sat down and we ran through our accounts. So I've got my own account, which my self-employed business income and expenditure comes out of. We've got Sean's account where his wages goes into it. And then we've got a bills account. So all of our bills come out of this separate account.
Yeah. Same as us.
But we've been doing that for years. And this was the first time we properly sat down and went through everything. And he calls me Subscription Sue. So he's like, come on, lass.
Do you subscribe to?
God, I subscribe to everything. I've got so many subscriptions. So we did this budgeting spreadsheet. Sean's account, it's 3 things that come out and his wages that go in. The bills account, there's 12 things that go out and 2 big payments come in from me and Sean. Gemma's account, there's 20 billion things that come out and not a lot goes in. So
or as soon as it comes out, it goes back out again.
But it was a really, really horrific exercise because I felt like I was being stripped naked because he was seeing everything I was spending. And it was just because there's a part of me that's very much, I earn my own money. You're not telling me what I can and can't spend. But we're a team, we're a family, we've got some family dreams and goals. And if we want to make them happen, we've got to work as a team. And I can't be subscribing to bog roll and shaving cream and whatever else it is.
Really?
That's what I subscribe to.
I thought you were going to say really good, sensible business things.
Well, I do subscribe to good, sensible business things.
And bog roll and
aftershave.
Well, bog roll's needed.
Yeah, it is. But then looking at this spreadsheet, the numbers don't lie. And I've been an ostrich for a long time, not looking at the numbers. And then I was like, oh my goodness, the amount I'm paying out just to run my online business, Google Drive, Dropbox, StreamYard, which is a thing that allows you to simulcast things, live streams, which is great. It's 20 quid a month.
Is it?
Kartra, 70 quid a month. MailerLite, 15 quid. These things add up.
They do, yeah.
They add up a lot. And when I totted them all up, they were nearly £1,000. Exactly. Just for subscriptions. And I'm in business groups as well. So business online groups, not you might do
memberships.
Yeah, memberships and things. So there's a few bits in there, but the numbers just don't balance and don't add up. So being able to see that and be sensible and think, right, well, first of all, where can I make some cuts and changes? Yeah. And I did things like Audible, for example. Yeah. I've hardly been listening to anything because I'm not driving as much. So I had 8 credits. Well, that's 8 months worth of books. So I downloaded 8 books and cancelled the subscription. And if I get through them all in the next year, I'll reignite it again. But that's 7 quid a month, 84 quid a year or whatever. Yeah. It's a big saving. So I just went through and scrapped a load of things and then was like, right, well, how can I work smarter, not harder? And one of the first things I did was put my prices up, which was horrific.
And why?
Because I wanted to vomit on myself. I wanted to go and cry and rock in a corner because you're having to ask for more. And I wasn't used to that. And I'm not sure if we've spoken about this on the podcast before, but when I had my breakdown, I went through a period where I couldn't ask for money to the point where I was so stressed and so anxious and that time was a very odd time for me anyway. But even invoicing my clients used to make me feel sick. So I created Sean at Gemma Ray email address, my husband's name, and started invoicing everybody as Sean.
Yeah.
And I told all my clients, Sean's helping me with my accounts because I'm not very good with money. And I would write like Sean, short, to the point. Hey, invoice attached. Thanks, Sean. Right? And I did that for about a year. I would invoice clients and did that for about a year. But the amount of times I haven't invoiced for things when I look back, it's just ridiculous. And so somebody helped me get over this by giving me a really, really good phrase that I want to share with our listeners. Money is a transfer of energy. And when I heard that, it was like, oh, that feels so much nicer. So I give a client, for example, my energy with my marketing expertise or my copywriting. And in exchange, the energy I get back is money in my account.
Yeah.
Or if you do a trade for services, like, for example, I've worked with loads of personal trainers in the past where I've helped them with their social media or their marketing and they've given me training in exchange. That's an exchange of energy. So to kind of categorize money in the same thing, it really, really helped me. But I do still have this guilt of, I'm getting paid for doing something I absolutely love. And I think that's because you see other people slaving away, doing something they really don't like, feeling
that's
trapped.
Their choice.
I know it's their choice.
And that's what you've got to get your head around, isn't it? That's their choice, but they might not realise that that's their choice because they don't feel like they've got choices. They just feel like they're stuck in that job when it's like, well, no, you don't have to be. You can go and do another job.
Yeah.
Go and do what you love. But some people don't because they think, again, I have to be miserable and I have to work hard and really hard so that when I retire, I get my pension and then I'll probably die because I've worked that hard. But that's the mindset, and that's the mindset that we have to change. And I was the same until when I turned 40 and I started my own business because I was doing 70, 80-hour weeks for no extra money. And then the more you do, the more you get. Give it to Claire, she'll do it.
Yeah.
She does it because she likes to help people. So she doesn't want to let people down. So she does more. But then doesn't get anything else for it. And then that starts to say, well, I'm tired and I should be compensated for the work I'm doing. So yeah, get your head around that you deserve. The work that you do is a great thing, a great, piece of energy that you're handing over that's helping someone else. So then welcome it back in. And it does feel weird.
It does.
But it's fine.
I know you put your prices up recently because you were encouraged to do that by a coach.
Yes, by my coach,
So go on, explain what that was like.
Yeah, so she more or less, my coach, obviously me being a coach, I've got a coach because I believe in coaching. It's very powerful and I probably don't need it, but I want it because I know it helps me grow. And she is a 7 figure coach who did make, was it $1.5 million in like
$2
the
million
space of
in like
$2 million
2 days.
in 2 days. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
she's pretty inspirational.
She's very inspirational and she's amazing. And again, she's good for, she always talks about money and she talks about it in a good way and she does it in an ethical way. She's very open and honest because she wants to get rid of that belief of we should talk about money.
Yeah.
Money does do good things. Money is not evil. Money is currency. Currency is energy. It's a good thing. So it doesn't matter how long you've even been doing something for, because in my head I go, I've been doing this for 20 years, so yeah, I can justify why I should charge the prices I should charge. But really, listening into another book, The Prosperous Coach by Richie Lipvin, he talks about you are changing people's lives and there's no price to put on that.
Yeah.
As a coach, we are changing people's lives and that's priceless. So you offer your services at whatever feels comfortable for you, because if you drop below what you feel is worth your worth, then you feel shit. Saving someone. If you charge that what feels right, you're amazing, you're motivated to do the best for them. And if you overcharge, you'll feel a bit, oh, this doesn't feel right, this is a bit over. So Lisa, my coach, encouraged me to up my prices by, it's like
Claire's doing the maths in red.
Oh, I'm shit at maths, by the way.
You can hear the cogs turning.
You can hear the cogs turning, definitely. Yeah.
I'd say 75%.
Wow.
She said, you put your prices up because of this, and this. And I went, no, I can't charge that much. And she said, well, it's up to you, but I don't see why not. So I did some more reading, listened to a few more things, started looking at other coaches and what they were charging, and then going, God, I really am undercharging here. And when you look at it, you're the project manager of someone's life, basically. And if you look how much project managers are on in businesses, corporate businesses, over the space of a year, they're on really good money. So 75%, I'd say I put it up, and is that, how long have I been doing that now? Since September. I've been charging them prices, and I get better. The client gets better results because they're handing over more money.
Well, I was just about to talk about that, because I know that when I've invested in things where you've spent more money, it gives you that impetus to go, right, I've got to get my money's worth out of this. I've got to do it. And I know I am terrible, again, going back to the budgeting spreadsheet. When I was going through and looking for regular payments to add to the budgeting spreadsheet, I was also seeing small payments for, $27 for that online course. $30 for those Canva templates that I've bought and never downloaded, and those things. But you know why I've never downloaded them? Because they were a small price. If I'd have paid $3,000 for them, you can guarantee I wouldn't have just downloaded them. I'd have done all of the research, all of the homework. So I think there's something to be said again for that exchange of energy. When you are committing and putting a significant financial investment down, you're more likely to do the work, and get more out of it.
Absolutely, makes so much sense. And then if not, because all of the clients that I've had since putting the prices up, there's been masses of change, because it would be like throwing money down the drain, literally. So the exchange is good, and they don't bat an eyelid because they can see the changes that come with it, whether that's, in the personal life, whether it's in the career, the business, their finances. And then I'm teaching them money mindset and knowing self-value and self-worth, so that then they feel good, because there's this thing about low self-worth, and we think, I'm not worth that much. But we are. Someone's willing to pay it, and people are paying me now to do that. And it's like, oh my God. And the investment is good, because they are then doing what they should be doing and changing for whatever it is. It makes sense. And I can't stress that if anyone is listening to this and has a low self-worth about themselves, if they've got their own business, they're charging less and going, oh, well, people can't afford it. People can afford it. It's about priorities. People attach different labels to different things. And I've had people gone to me, oh my God, who do you think you are charging them prices? I'm like, well, you're obviously you don't want to work with me, or you don't, and that's perfectly fine, because you're not a person that I'd work with, or you don't want to work with me, and that's fine, because I know I'm not for everyone. But years ago I would have been devastated by that, but I'm not bothered anymore.
I once did some work for an estate agent. I know this sounds like I'm going off on a tangent, but it's relevant.
Go on.
And I was writing some copy for this estate agent for a magazine, and I went back with some ideas, and I said, Can we write, like, how much is a house worth? And he said, that'd be a really short article. Well, why? He went, a house is worth however much somebody is willing to pay for it. And I thought, wow, you're right. Because if you think about it, you could have the same house, the exact same gardens, the exact same interior in one location compared to another. but the prices will be wildly different. Because people pay for the curb appeal, the area where you are, the transport links, and a house is worth whatever somebody is willing to pay for it. And actually,
it's like anything.
It's like anything. It is like anything. And, you talk about coaching. People would go and get surgery, for example, cosmetic surgery to feel better
on the
outside. Whereas what you do and what you charge for is to help people on the inside, which I'd argue is more important, but I'm biased because I know you're good.
It's both. Yeah, it's like inside and outside. You can do both. But if you work on the inside, then what you attract on the outside changes again. And you know what? Still go and get your surgery. Still go and get your fillers if you want. If that's what makes you feel good and you can afford to get them. I have Botox. I'm not denying that. But it's if you're okay with yourself on the inside, you don't need more on the outside. But you can if you want to. It's like that feeling of self-worth makes you feel better.
Yeah, definitely. Before we wrap up, I just wanted to talk about because this is all about money mindset. Money. And saving money. What are you like with saving money? You've just rolled your eyes at me. Does that mean shit?
Yeah. I'm good at investing money in terms of with the business. I'm very shiny object syndrome. So it's like, oh my God, I could do that qualification. I can do that course. I can do that. And this time around, I've invested in a home office and I've put stuff into the business. So I like, again, money comes and flows. It comes in and it goes back out again. That's fine. However, I am conscious that I should have some type of saving. And I do have a pension. Mark's pretty good on his pensions, but I haven't really got much savings. No, funnily enough, I'm looking at my accounts tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Really like it.
Really looking forward to it.
How can we? Come on, how can we shift that?
Husband's sitting with me.
How can we shift that mindset? Let's make you excited about that tomorrow and help other people.
Okay, I know when I've sat down tomorrow and I can see exactly what's coming in and what's going out. And how much I could put to one side to start saving for and investing, because I do need to have a bit more respect for money that way, because it's about, I can spend it, but first of all, make sure that you've got it to spend. Yeah. And I want to have some put aside. So we have plans to sit down tomorrow to do it. And I know how good I'll feel when I've done it. So I'll keep thinking about when I've done this spreadsheet, when I've done this. And when I know what's coming in and going out, I'm going to feel better. Then I'm allowing myself to be open again to the universe for more money to come in. And I know where it's going to go. Because they say if you want to manifest money, work out what it is you want to manifest.
Exactly.
Know the goal, and then that will come.
So tomorrow, your session is about clarity.
It is.
It's about clarity. It's about getting clarity on your numbers.
Yeah.
It's about getting clear. It's about chopping away things that may no longer serve you, which will free up
And I've probably
energy.
got some subscriptions, actually, like yourself. I'll let you know soon.
And then from there, you're able to put your master plan together of how to grow it.
Yeah. So I do know there's a lot of energy that's going to go into tomorrow from me, which is sitting down and talking numbers. But I've got my logical man, Mark, sitting with me, who's great. And then at the end of that 5-6 hours, because in my head it's going to take ages. It might not.
No.
I'll feel better and I'm clear then. And I've got the rest of the year to go into and know exactly what's coming in and what's going out and what I'm investing in. So I will feel so much better and to welcome more in.
Yeah. Because remember as well, what gets measured gets managed.
It does.
Oh, wanky quote. Jacob, where's your disco lights? Where's your disco lights? We've just had a wanky quote. Jacob's got studio disco lights, right? And I said that every time we say a wanky quote alert, woo, 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 sound of the police, wanky quote alert. For those of you listening on audio, we have flashing lights in a blue and red and white filters. There you go. So before we wrap up, for those people listening, talking about saving money, I wanted to share these 3 things that have really helped me, because I'm crap at saving money. I'm amazing at gadgets and tech. So I save money automatically using some apps. This is not sponsored. These are things that I've used and I want to share them because they've really helped me. In fact, this is how I pay my tax return every year. So I use something called Plum, Clio and Chip. They're 3 apps, and what they do is they connect to your bank account. and they see when money's coming in and they see when money's coming out. And over time, it kind of measures trends and data. And you can set saving levels on each of them, and it will automatically save a proportion from your account into their own Plum, Chip or Clio account. So then if you need to draw out of it at any point, you can do. So the one I like the best is called Plum because it works with Facebook Messenger.
I just laugh at the word plums. Plum.
Focus, Claire.
Sorry.
Focus. Not talking about penises.
I know.
We're talking about saving money. So Plum links in with Facebook Messenger and it tells me what my bank balance is every morning, which has been great for me because it stops me being an ostrich and it makes me look at the numbers and realise. And there are a couple of things that I have set up on this. It rounds up purchases. So let's say I buy something for 55 quid and 95 pence. It puts 5p in a separate savings account, but it also automatically saves random numbers. And I've got it on like medium level. So I'll get a notification. I've just saved £10.14. And it does that because it can see what's in my account. Now, at the end of the year, using Plum, I save, without even thinking or doing anything, about 2-3 grand over the course of a year. Exactly. It's amazing. And I use the other two for the same reason as well. I don't notice those small amounts coming out of my account. And another one that I do is the 1p savings challenge. So on the 1st of January, it takes out a penny. 2nd of January, 2p. 30th of January, 30p. So by the time the 31st of December comes round, it takes out £3.65. And at the end of the year, you have nearly 700 quid just from that 1p savings challenge.
Wow.
It's really
I'll do
cool.
that. That's
isn't
good.
It's very,
it's a good
very
idea.
Cool. And then in terms of accounts, have you ever heard of Monzo?
No.
Monzo is an online fintech bank. Very bright orange card that comes with Monzo.
Yeah.
Well, you can create pots in your Monzo app account and you can have money coming into... So let's say you get your wages or your client money paid in. You can set rules up so that it transfers things to pots for bills, for fun. But you can also use something called if this, then that rules. So, for example, I reward myself £5 in my health pot when I go to David Lloyd because I've set up a location alert that when I go into David Lloyd's car park, it transfers £5 into my health pot.
So that's like a reward.
But then you can set up other things as well. So I know that you can, I've never done it, but I know you can set up, for example, if you spend on your Monzo card at McDonald's, it fines you a £5.
Yeah, that's good.
It's quite cool, isn't it? But
so you're getting rewarded and punished.
Exactly. But you can set up these if this, then that rules for loads of things. Like, for example, your Fitbit, you can set your Fitbit up with it. So if you do your 10,000 steps, it rewards you and transfers a bit of money into a health pot. It's obviously your own money. You're not getting money for nothing. But it's just really clever and fun, and it's really cool.
Is that another word for gamification?
Yes.
So it's giving you like challenges. I was talking about that with some of the girls on my coaching call the other day. Gamification, so and it's used in a lot of things to get you to do stuff. Okay.
So if you want to gamify your finances,
maybe we talk about that on another podcast.
Maybe we do. Yeah, that's one way of doing it.
Okay.
Right,
Thanks for those tips.
You are very welcome.
I'm going to do that tomorrow. Mark will be absolutely made up.
He's going to be so happy.
I'm probably not.
No.
But I think one tip from me is for letting anyone who's listening who does think badly of money is just currency. Currency is energy, and it's how you view it. And you can do great things with money. It gives you freedom, it gives you choices, and you can help other people. Yeah. So you're not a bad person if you have money, and you are, you can do great things with it.
Amazing. Thank you very much for listening. This wraps up this latest episode of Honest to God. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We are at Honest to God Pod on Instagram and Honest to God Podcast on Facebook.
Money.